Um, so today, man, just wanted to be honest. Wasn't really sure if I was gonna share this video or not. Um, but I decided to do so. I had a realization that I was gonna allow myself to be a little bit more vulnerable. Uh, so today I got out, moved around. It was a pretty beautiful day, enjoying the day. Um, got home, was chilling. Then out of nowhere, man, I just had a gush of emotions. Um, most of it pertaining to my sons, man, and the custody battle that I've been having and fighting for about the last couple of years or so. Um, man, just really got completely overwhelmed, man. I mean, I can't tell you the last time that I've cried. It's been years, probably since my pops passed. So, um, it was a little emotional day today. Um, I tell you that I was really struggling, trying to keep my composure, trying to work through this issue myself. You know, uh, as a black man, as a man in this society, period, but especially as a black one, that's the only one I can relate to because I am one. Um, it's really hard, man. Uh, it's really hard to go through the day-to-day basis where you're told to be strong, you're told to not show any kind of weakness or any kind of vulnerability, and you kind of have to bear that all of that weight on your shoulders. Um, so it was really tough for me, man. I mean, I was literally pacing back and forth in my room. I was bawling. I was, it really hurt. You know what I mean? Like, if anybody know me, my sons have been my greatest blessing to today's date. And I think for most people, children are. Uh, we're in a world right now where there's a lot of different views and definitions and expressions on what love is. Um, so I think for a lot of people, kids are one of the purest and utmost definitions of unconditional love. Um, you know, outside of my mom and family, you people that you encounter, it's usually phases. You usually, have a phase to where you're deeply, madly in love, and then that changes. It doesn't stay. It doesn't stay consistent. Uh, so, knowing that and not really having anybody to reach out to, I can honestly say that my circle is pretty small, and the people that are within my circle, other black men, I'm pretty sure they feel the same way I do. Not wanting to be vulnerable, not placing their burdens and their hardships on somebody else. You know what I mean? Even though we're close, even though we care for one another, that's just something most men don't do. Um, so I was able to have a conversation with my mom, man, and I gotta tell you guys, like, as a man, please find some way to have you an outlet. Um, please find you somewhere that's a safe space. I know it's easier said than done. Uh, like I say, I know it's not a lot of safe places out here for us to have these conversations, man, but you gotta find you a positive outlet. Uh, just looking at the world today, what's going on, a lot of people are resorting to violence, a lot of people are resorting to being selfish. And I don't really think that's the way. Um, I know me personally, I consider myself to be a kind person, uh, and I really struggle with it today. Um, I had one of the hardest conversations with myself, and having to be honest and to say the reason why you're here and the reason why things are the way that they are is because of me. Um, I know there are things outside of myself that play a part, but ultimately, uh, it was either myself not paying attention to the signs, or not wanting to pay attention to the signs, or disregarding them altogether, and really giving it benefit of the doubt. Uh, so those conversations are the hardest for me. Um, I can tell you truly and honestly that I feel like there's a transition in myself, mentally, physically, spiritually. Um, and sometimes it's good to have a clean slate, carpe diem, uh, that allows yourself to have room for new things and new experiences and new people that may be getting ready to enter your life. But I'm definitely trying to stay open and not shelter myself off from those new experiences and those new opportunities. Uh, as I go, I'm definitely going to have more of these topics. Um, I've shared a couple of different videos on lives we live, uh, and I think it's time for me to get more personable with those. Um, right now, these are probably going to be my mental journeys and my mental journals, just to kind of express myself, just to kind of put some things on record and find a way to release for myself. Um, but yeah, I do want to say, if you having any kind of hardships, man, you having any kind of mental woes, physical woes, spiritual woes, man, find a great place for you to release, man. That stuff is not good to hold in. I actually had an actual realization too that I'm comfortable with setting my boundaries. There were some things that I wanted to relive, situations that I knew I shouldn't be in, situations that I knew I shouldn't give additional chances to. Uh, and I found myself willing to be accommodating just to have those people, places, and things around, just because it was comfortable and not necessarily conducive to my growth. Uh, but today I had a good release on that. Uh, I'm starting to accept, everybody has a life to live. And if that means that I'm not going to be a part of their life, so be it. Um, but that's understanding, because I have to understand that I have to be protective of my energy. I have to be protective of myself. And then know that not everybody's deserving. Um, it'll never be a hate thing, but it'll definitely be the removing of myself. And over the years, man, I've seen my circle get smaller and smaller and smaller. Um, I've seen myself disrespect myself to accommodate other people. Um, and I think that's a popular trend right now. I think that we are so conditioned to not being alone, that we allow certain things and certain elements and certain situations to be in our lives. And I'm definitely getting more comfortable with being by myself and with myself. I'm starting to understand that I need to become the person that I expect in other people. And I'm okay with sitting in silence. I'm okay with being in solitude. Um, just because you're alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. So that's just my message for today. Uh, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once again, I understand that, being vulnerable is looked negatively upon, especially in our culture. But man, if any men out here need any type of just avenue to vent, you know what I'm saying? Words of encouragement, words of positivity. Um, I hope I can be there for you. And hopefully we can build a community of like-minded people uh, that's okay with being vulnerable and understand that being kind is not necessarily a weakness. You just have to be with the right village. So continue to be great. Take your time, be patient, give yourself some grace. I'm rooting for you.